The hum is back. With the door closed, it reverberates a lot more. I can't save them all. But, of course, I still have a solution. What's the first thing I said about this machine when I had the first video on the strange hum in the house? HP was nice. They put thumb screws on this because they knew that you were going to have to service it all the time. Yeah, it's a good thing they did. So you can undo those and open this guy up yet again. Let's see. I'll turn it. Let's go ahead and take this stupid shroud off here. Not today, huh? There you go. Oh, put it over here. I'll unplug the hard drive because that doesn't need to spin up and down. Just like last time. It's deja vu all over again, except this time the hard drive plug is stuck. Well, we already know what the problem is with that damn fan. Is that even spinning? Not really. Can we delete it? Probably. It's done. It's out. There's nothing more that I can do with that fan. So, we need to replace it. Let me see if I can get a better camera shot here. Maybe I'll just move this in and tip this down a bit. Let's see. Lock her right there. Yep. This is a 50mm fan. 50mm fans are certainly not unheard of. This was made by Cooler Master. They're certainly not unheard of. You can easily get them, or so I thought. Not really the case. The problem was I started looking. You can find plenty of 50mm fans, but the problem is most of them have only a 2-pin connector. This is a 3-pin. Now, will that pose a problem? Maybe, I don't know, could, might not. It depends. It's supposed to be one wire is a speed sense, so if the system detects that that fan isn't spinning, just even by hand it's shot. If the system detects it's not spinning, it'll give you an error, maybe even shut it down if it's smart enough. I don't think this was. It wasn't doing much good. So why did it fail? Well, the reason I think, let's go ahead and take the screws out. The reason I think is because it was just too far gone. Now, could it be resurrected again? Well, guess what? After I made that first video on this, within 2 weeks, I had pulled this machine out yet again and oiled the fan again. And pretty much long and short of it is I got tired of doing that. We got one screw. What? Why? Do I need those? I might need those. That's broken too? Is that part of the fan? Oh! It's not. The fan is here. Stick 'em. Could I oil it again? Sure. But what good is it going to do? Nothing. It'll work for a couple of weeks and then it'll be dead again. I had a 40 millimeter fan. This, by the way, is 50 millimeters, like I said, which is 2 inches, so real easy to measure here in the US. I have a 40 millimeter fan that was removed from an old 486 25 megahertz machine. Processor cooler, same kind of problem, but it had the open bearing design where you could oil it easily. That made an appearance in another project I did called the Interceptor, I think it was. Old video. There's going to be a link in the description about that. And that was just a little cooling fan for that box because it had a transformer and a relay and it would get warm and this, that, and the third. And I said, let me put a fan in because I can. And it was 12 volts and it ran on 12 volts and it was right there. And I did it and the fan was noisy. But the grill that I got for it, I actually bought a grill for it. You just put the little nozzle in there and just put a drop of oil in it and it quiets it right up. So I can't get another fan cheaply. I could find plenty of these, like I said, with a 2-pin, but not a 3-pin that I need, which again might or might not cause a problem. So what do? Do you get a 2-pin fan and just jury rig it? If the system complains, that's not going to help or work. So I don't know. I found a proper actual cooler, including the heatsink and the fan, the whole 9 yards, and they wanted like $17 for that thing. And I said, no, I'm not spending no $17 on this thing. It's not worth it. But by the same token, that $17 would save me a hell of a lot of work getting another system in place. I have another one very similar to this, actually a Pentium 4, so that means the heat buildup will be even more. I don't know the specs. I don't even know if it powers on. Could I get the fan out of that? Well, this is a socket 370. That thing is probably either a 423 or 478. Probably more like a 478, I think. 423 was AMD, if I remember. Yeah, we're just dead in the water here. So getting that fan would work, but then I had a scare on top of that. What happened was we had a power outage, a power blip, and this thing was off, because that's what the BIOS is set to, if it even has that option. And I went and I hit the power button on it, and nothing happened. Great. So the power supply died, so then I was going to take it down here and swap out the power supply, which would mark, I think, the third one that went in here. I don't remember now. It had a micro ATX, then I put another one in, then I put this one in. So this is the third, so that would be the fourth power supply I'd put in this thing. And it's not really dying necessarily because of the heat. Okay, probably is. But long and short of the story was, sometimes in a power blip or outage, the power supply can get tripped up. So the fix was to simply disconnect the power cord for 10 set time and then plug it in, and then it powered up. And there was that Mack truck idling in the living room with that bad fan. So I need one, and I don't have one. A lot of people have said that I have so much clutter and so much junk around. It's called a hoard, and I come from a long line of hoarders, so it runs in the family. As such, I went through the hoard, and I found a direct replacement, even the same shitty brand. Wow, how about that? Complete with the cooler. Got to clean that gunk off of it. 3-pin connector. Everything I need. It's all right there, complete with rusty screws. That plate is broken on there. I don't know. It just is. So we're going to do this the easy way and not replace the cooler, because then thermal paste and all that other great shit. Why bother with all of that when I can just transplant this fan in? So we'll take the screws out of this. These screws are rusty, so that helps a lot. Here's the screws out. We can get that off. Will this come off? No, why would it? It does come off. I gotta figure out how without breaking it. I don't know if that's a possibility. Some kind of clips somewhere. Do we need it? Not a bad idea, maybe, because I have it, so I might as well. So let me see if I can get this off of here without breaking it, or maybe by breaking that and not breaking that. So the right way would be to find how to actually get this off. Instead, what I did is I just bent the heatsink out, and it's right there. Is that going to fit on again to there? No, right? Let's see. It's got clips. Maybe it just presses on down in there. Yep. Yeah, that's in. That's all you do. So now I got this knackered old heatsink, so we could just, fix that. Let's see, we just fix this here. Nobody will ever know the difference. That. Put that one back. Oh, a little too far. I don't have the flat blade here to bend it back, but oh well. Close enough. And that one. There. Yeah, no one will ever know, right? There you go. That's fixed. Okay. Here's the fan. Not a great fan, but if it works, is it really a dumb idea? So we're going to put it this way because I feel like it. And we're going to get screws. There's 4 of them. I think the idea is these screws actually go into that plastic. Okay, that didn't work at all. There's the screw. Let's try that again. A little bit. Let's put the screwdriver down. We'll kind of do this by hand. Feels very wonky. Very wonky indeed. That doesn't even feel right at all, that one. That's better. So I put the non-rusty screws back in here because I have them. You know, why use the rusty screws when I don't need to? And let's see, just a little bit on each one. And now we'll take her home. Okay. Just barely tight. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And this one. Okay. That's all I'm going to do with it. Now we got to plug it in. That's this thing. Oh yeah. Oh, it goes this way. Come on. It's supposed to be just easy, but it just isn't. There it is. All right, we got it. That's a great thing. So that's all plugged in, and wire is okay. It's got a knot in it. I think that helps to slow the fan down a bit so it doesn't overcool it, because that wouldn't be good. So let's get some power and see what she sounds like now. Okay, here we go. Oh, thank fuck. Nice and quiet again. Nice and quiet again. What are some other options that I could do in the event this fan fails before the machine expires? Leave it out. We could try that. I don't know how well that'll work, but it might. This fan blows down onto the processor. So I think the best solution would be a non-standard one, which I don't even know if I really have the parts for. It appears, I could be wrong, it appears that this grill opening and this square opening in here looks to be about a 92 millimeter type. There are no screw provisions, so there wouldn't be a way to mount it. Could you jam an 80 millimeter in there and kind of like use the fan grill in the back to kind of, probably it might work if you jam it just right, you know. I mean, that's an option. We could do that, because once you put the plenum on, which is here, it doesn't go today. Come on, man. There. Once you put that on, if you have a fan blowing in here, it's going to kind of blow down onto the processor. Noisier? Sure, what's wrong with that? As long as it's not making a vibrating noise. So, it's fixed. That's good, I guess. I was talking to Rolling TARDIS on email, and he had suggested that possibly a really good, where is it? Here. A really good sewing machine oil instead of the red can would work. And I know there's people who say, use the blue can, use the blue can, use the blue can. Because it has a picture of a fan on it, like that means anything. A caricature of a fan, no less. Maybe better would be to disassemble the fan. I don't know how to do that because it's an assembly that's just replaced. But there are ways to get in here, and I actually had tried that last time to sort of force the blades off. I kind of still don't want to break it in case I need it. Oh, did I break it? I think something cracked. Something moved. Oh, this broke. Well, that would be a way, and then you could glue it back. I don't know. But let's not break it any further, because I think I have another one, but it's only a 2-pin, so we'll make believe that never happened. Will it fit on the thing, the old one, without... Yeah, maybe. No? Sorta. A little bit. If we jam it. What we have to do, see, it's not right. So, yeah. Let's see if I could jury-rig that in there by bending the tabs out and then jamming screws in it to see if that works. Just for fun. Would you know that that's not genuine? Yeah, it's a little off. It sticks out a little on that side. I mean, it is bent because I had to do that to make it work, and it goes in, and the screws go into the fins of the heatsink. They're bent, but that's all right. Oh, that's fun. It seems to have lost the clip. Yeah, it fell out. Well, that's great, because I don't think the clip will go back unless I take the fan off again. Arg! Off center? Yeah, that's kind of how it goes, because that's how there's like little dimples that go in the crease of the, and now I know that this can go back in the Hoard and be bad, because obviously I'd do that before putting it in, because I did that with the old one or the new one. And yeah, so that's good. We'll put that back in the Hoard for no good reason. Heatsink might still be good. Put the cover on this thing. Right on. Sometimes oh, it caught. Okay, good. And one final send off, just right quick, because the hard drive is reconnected and I don't want it to really boot now. Yeah, that'll do. So I even got garbage. I even have garbage to throw out. See? I throw shit out when it's completely useless. I'm not gluing that. So there, I was throwing stuff out from the Hoard that I don't need. And the machine will live to die yet another day. I really hope this is going to be the end of my having to fix this thing, because it's extraordinarily trouble-free, but then when trouble starts, it's just where it is in that cabinet is a royal pain to get out of there. Anyway, that is obviously case closed on this. With that bad joke, that means that my time is up for this video, so I thank you very much once again for watching, and I really appreciate it. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.